Hey guys, I'm Adam86 and welcome back to a brand new Arsenal video. It feels like a long time since I've done an Arsenal video. Obviously, the Premier League's only just come back from a 6 week break for the World Cup. And yeah, there's always going to be a question. Obviously, we were top of the league going into the World Cup, going into Christmas. And everyone's thinking, okay, well, can we cope with any injuries that we get? Can we recover our momentum? So we had a really good momentum going into the World Cup. So everyone's questioning Arsenal. Can we keep it up? Can come back and get another win? It's West Ham. West Ham are a bit of a weird team. Like we have a good record against them, but obviously they got Declan Rice and some other decent players, so it wasn't going to be an easy game. Everyone knew it wasn't going to be an easy game, really. Excuse the bird. Don't know why the bird's chirping, but it's cool. It wants to be famous, I guess. Um, yeah, so going straight into the first half, obviously. Before we even get to the game, actually, I want to talk about the fact that obviously Jesus was in a big injury. He's off and probably till the end of February time. And it means Eddie and Nketiah's got to step up. And we are in talks with João Felix, apparently. I don't know whether that's ever going to happen, but um, Eddie Nketiah's going to lead our front line, probably for at least the next couple of months. And this was his big chance. Everyone knew that he was going to start this game. Everyone knew that, it was going to be a bit of pressure on him. He came out after the game and said that there's pressure every single game that you can play for Arsenal, but extra pressure, I think, on this one. Um, and yeah, so we go straight into it, goes into the first half. We got the ball in the back of the net. I think Martinelli scored, but it was ruled out offside. Get my words right. I was outraged by this. I mean, and replay you kind of do see it, but like in the actual main game, you just you're thinking, what the hell? Why is he giving that as offside? It kind of was, I guess, but you kind of knew by that point, like, okay, this is how this game is gonna go. Everything's not gonna go our way. They're gonna get a soft goal, which they did. It was a soft penalty. I mean, was it a penalty? Most people probably would argue it was. But if it had been the other way around, I don't know whether Arsenal would have been given that penalty. Um, so, yeah, they go and get a penalty. Saliba fouls in the box and they score. And it's like, okay, cool, great. You're just thinking this is just typical. Like, it's just typical. We get a goal, walled off. And then they get a penalty, soft penalty, but they get a penalty. And they score it. So 1-0. I'm going to 1-0 down half time. You think the first half was just stressful and annoying. The ref was just um, dodgy, shall I say? I mean, I don't really want to talk about the rest. To be honest, it just annoys me too much. So going into the second half, I think okay, we got to come out strong. We are a second half team. Um, excuse me, my voice is going. We are a second half team. We are always stronger in the second half of games with this season. The stats prove it. Um, Initially, the first 10 minutes of the second half, I'm thinking, oh my god, this is terrible. What's going on? I think Antonio was very close to scoring a second goal, but Ramsdale saved it. That bird's gonna be in the entire video. It's really irritating me, but it is what it is. Um, so yeah, and then we go and get a goal, and it was a really good goal from Saka. Much needed. We needed to get an equaliser. Bearing in mind, like the first half was terrible, but we were the better team clearly the entire game. Their penalty was very much against the run of play. Some commentators would have you believe that we were terrible in the first half. We weren't terrible. It's just things weren't going our way. We weren't clinical enough up front, but we had bulk of the possession. We were far more insightful to them than they were to us. It's just we had no end product for the entire first half. But yeah, they clicked in. Saka got his goal. Martinelli got a really good goal. I mean, you could argue Fabianski should have saved it, but he didn't. And and it was really class from Martinelli as well. So 2-1, thinking okay. As soon as he hit 2-1, we're like, okay, I felt comfortable by that point. Um, it felt like a switch had been pulled and everyone was just clicking the way they weren't in the first half. Maybe that was just down to fatigue, and well, not fatigue, but being out of form, coming back from the World Cup, having a break for a month and a half. Um, and Rusty and Eddie Nketiah hasn't had too much game time with Saka and Martinelli, so maybe they weren't. He was getting a lot of space, but they just weren't finding each other, so maybe that could be ironed out. And then Eddie does a brilliant spin and then slots home the third goal to make it 3-1. It was a really good game, to be honest with you. Really good second half. First half was a bit atrocious, to be honest with you. The really good second half, really good bounce back. And like I said, as soon as the second goal went in, I really couldn't see West Ham coming back at all. They weren't a threat at all. Um, and yeah, I mean, it was a really good result, much needed. We needed to keep the momentum up. The pressure is all on City now because with Newcastle second, City are in under pressure now. They have to perform. They probably will. They are a team that can go 15 odd games winning every single one. Um, but the pressure's on them, and the pressure might actually breed some mistakes. So we'll have to wait and see. They play later on today, if I'm not mistaken. um, yeah, really good result. Much needed, like I said. We allow. I mean, obviously, if City win today, then we're 5 points clear. Um, we've got a couple of games at hand, I think, on Newcastle. So Newcastle are not going to be in the second for very long. Um, yeah, just such a really good feel good factor at the moment. Odegaard was brilliant. Ramsdale was great. He needs to work on his penalties. I think penalties is probably his weakest point of his game right now. Um, the defense was really good, to be honest with you. The whole team was really, really good. It's just unlucky to concede a penalty, lucky to go 1-0 down. But apart from that, like, West Ham were not in that game whatsoever. Antonio had a couple of half chances, I guess, in the second half, but obviously nothing came of it. Really good. Just like great. This is exactly what we need. We need to keep it going now. We've got Brighton up next. We've got Newcastle after that, and I think we've got Man United after that. So, three big games now. And arguably West Ham was the weaker of the two. Brighton has a decent record against us, but they without Graham Potter. So maybe they're a different animal than they were maybe last season. Yeah, I mean, obviously Arsene Wenger was there. It's his first time at the Emirates watching a game. That was brilliant. I mean, he must have felt so proud, especially the fact that he was the one that gave Nketiah his debut. Can't believe Saka's never met him before. So hopefully they met off camera somewhere. That would be cool. Um, Stan Kroenke was there as well. It's just brilliant at Arsenal at the moment. Big up to the Ashburton Army as well. I saw today that they did a parade thing and did some events up before the game to get the atmosphere going. Like all credit to them, man. It reminds me a lot of what I saw at LAFC. To be honest with you, LAFC have a really good ultras section, support section, and yeah, if Arsenal can replicate that, brilliant, fantastic. It only adds to the atmosphere, and obviously the players and Arteta have said time and time again that they feel it, they feed it off that. So keep that going, guys, because it's really awesome. Yeah, really good with Arsenal right now. Can't complain whatsoever. We were going to be top of the league anyway, even if we lost this game, but obviously a loss maybe it starts with a bit of a wobble, maybe doubt creeps in. But no, we're doing all right now. If we can get a win next game, then um, I think Newcastle is probably our hardest game in the next month or so. I don't really rate Man United. Um, I think it's at home as well. I think we have a decent record against Man United at the Emirates. I think it's at home. I can't remember. I think it is because they beat us at Old Trafford, if I'm not mistaken, earlier in the season. So yeah, like Newcastle's definitely the hardest game. Brighton's a difficult game. Man United shouldn't be a difficult game. Um, I can see us winning that game. To be honest with you, I'm not scared of Man United at all. I'm not scared of anyone really, except for maybe Man City. Newcastle is going to be difficult, like I said. Um, Great to see Zinchenko back. Great to see Tierney starting. But I think Zinchenko probably will start against Brighton, and probably if he stays fit enough, we'll probably start the rest of the games as long as we can. Um, just got to get Smith Rowe back now, and then obviously Jesus as well. Massive rumour, or proven, Fabrizio Romano came out saying that we put a bid in for about £55 million for Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk as well. Donetsk, I don't know how to pronounce the name. But they haven't turned it down either. The player's up for it, so that's going to be putting pressure on them now to accept. £55 million for them is a lot of money. Like, I think they'll probably ask for a little bit more. I think it'd be more likely 65 million. Brilliant. Bring him in. I mean, he's 21 years old. He can play either wing. Will he start? No. But he can cover Saka. He can be a different option. And we need to bulk up the squad a little bit. The bench, attacking wise, the bench was pretty weak last night. Marquinhos is still a kid. Vieira's getting into the stride of it. He still needs to bulk up a bit. He's getting into the stride of it, but he's very much going to be a cup player for us this season at least. So we're a little bit light attacking wise in the bench at the moment. So bring him in, integrate him. He could be prolific for us. So at the moment, feel good. I mean, I'm really happy. There's nothing negative at all, really. Jesus was at the game as well. The togetherness of the squad. I mean, the players are coming in and watching the games in the stadium even when they're really injured. You know, Zinchenko did it. He was on the bench and things when he was injured. So, you know, the squad is special. This squad is special. We need to get Martinelli signed. There's rumours that he's pretty much going to sign. And then Saka's already signed, I believe. Um, I think we've got to get Saliba signed as well. Get those three done. Golden. I mean, I kind of hope we get Tielemans as well. I mean, there's rumours that we're going to get Tielemans probably in the summer for free, which is okay. Like, cool. Okay, all right. But I wouldn't mind him coming in January just to bulk up our midfield a bit because anything happens to Xhaka and Partey, that for me worries me a little bit more than the Jesus injury because they're so pivotal, both of them, to our play and to how good we are. And we don't really have adequate cover. I mean, El Neni comes on and he does a job, but he's just not at that caliber. All credit to El Neni though. I mean, he's one of my favourite players, man. You cannot have any ill feeling towards El Neni whatsoever. I mean, you saw him come on for like 30 seconds last night, and he looked happy. He looked buzzing. He looked buzzing to be on the pitch, in knowing that he was going to be on there for probably less than a minute, and that's what happened. I think he was on there for a couple of minutes, but um, that's the kind of player that we need. That's the kind of squad that we have, but we do need better midfield options. I think Tielemans can fit that well. I'd still go for Edson Alvarez um, from Ajax. I think he'd be a quality signing, but I doubt that would happen. I think it will just be Tielemans and that'll be it. And even then, I don't think we'll get Tielemans this January. I think we'll wait until the summer and get him on a free. Like, why not? Um, yes, I'm really happy. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the game. Um, I was watching the game. I said to my mate, like, we're pressing so well. Everyone's realizing now just the press, the unrelenting, relentless press of Arsenal. Even Eddie does it. He's slightly straight away, and you know he was doing it like right at the front. Like, we're not giving teams time on the ball at all. We're pressuring even the goalkeeper. Eddie was chasing the goalkeeper down multiple times. I said to my mate, like, this is really refreshing. The World Cup was slow, lethargic, ponderous, but this is just fast. Go, 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 go. And it was awesome, and it was really refreshing. I really have missed watching Arsenal play. Only City, in my opinion, play better football than Arsenal right now in the whole entire league. Just absolutely brilliant. We just need to get one or two more pieces into place. If we had Jesus fit and healthy right now, if we had Smith Rowe fit and healthy right now, if we get Mudryk in, if we can get Tielemans in, mate, what a squad that's going to be. But yeah, like I said, I could ramble on about how happy I'm. It's brilliant. Like, long may it continue, but I'm enjoying it as it is, taking it game by game. I'm not talking about the title yet. We do break out the chant there now and then, but it's all about the next game. I'm doing what Arteta's doing, just taking it game by game, focusing on the next game, getting that win, and we're moving on. And we've got a couple of months of really tough fixtures and then really thick run of fixtures as well. So if we can get a couple more players in, then that's all the better, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought of the game. Let me know who you liked. Odegaard I mentioned, all the goal scorers, and Ramsdale, Saliba as well. Let me know in the comments if I missed anyone out. Tierney I thought played well. I think Zinchenko did more though when he came on, so I think Zinchenko is probably going to start. But yeah, let me know in the comments and we'll have a chat about it, guys. I will be back. Um, I'm off over the weekend, so I will do a video for the Brighton game, probably in like New Year's Day at some point. So keep an eye on that, and yeah, enjoy the next couple of days, guys. Have a good New Year's, and I'll see you guys very soon. Cheers.